Hey guys, what's up? It's Paige. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm filming a video that I've been meaning to film for a very long time, and that is how to start a YouTube channel 101, specifically for beginners. So whether you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or maybe you already started one and you're just struggling to grow and gain subscribers, I got you. This video is gonna have all my advice, all my tips, and just everything I wish I knew before I had started my YouTube channel. Now, because I'm gonna be covering quite a few topics in this video, I thought I would put the timestamps up on the screen here so that you can skip to whatever part is most convenient for you. I'm not trying to waste your time. I'm gonna be starting off by talking about the 5 basics for just starting off your channel. If you're just starting out, you're definitely gonna wanna listen to that section. And then I will move into how to set up your channel for success, and that includes how to make your thumbnails. I'm gonna show you guys how I make mine. And then lastly, I will be covering how to actually grow your channel and gain subscribers. So if you're struggling with getting your channel off the ground and getting noticed, then you're definitely gonna wanna stick around for that section at the end. Okay, and with that being said, let's get into the 5 basics that I have for starting off your YouTube channel. Number 1 is filming. And I just wanna say, your phone is fine. You do not need to go out and invest in a really expensive camera right away. I know I definitely started off my channel by filming on an iPhone. I think for the first 3 or 4 months, I was filming on like an iPhone 8 or something. But you wanna think, how can I compensate for the fact that my video quality might be a little subpar? And the answer to that is, get creative with your filming. Mix up the angles, make it interesting, you know? Shoot something 3 or 4 times instead of just once. You know, if you take your time with it and really put in the effort when filming, it doesn't matter that you're not using the most high-end quality camera out there. Viewers will still appreciate and see the work that you're putting into your video. Okay, number 2 is lighting. Lighting is one of those things that you only really notice it if it's bad. And if the quality is bad, if it's grainy, if the light is changing on my face all the time and it's distracting, it's not gonna be doing you any favors. Let's just say that. So you can invest in some ring lights if you really want to. I don't think they're that necessary. You can buy them on Amazon. When you're just starting off, windows are your best friend. You know, use that natural lighting, film in front of a window, just take into account like what time of day it is and when you're gonna have to film accordingly. Okay, basic number 3 is editing. Obviously, one of the big challenges when you're first starting off is, how the heck do I edit? What platform should I be editing on? How does one even edit? I got you guys. I know that that can be kind of daunting when you're just starting out. There's a lot of fancy programs out there, but I totally recommend, if you do have Mac, to use iMOVIE. I actually have a little secret for you guys. So back when my channel was still fetus, back in the good old days, I made a video about how I edit on iMOVIE. It's a little cringy, I'll admit, but a lot of the tips are actually useful because they teach you not just how to edit on iMOVIE, but also how to use apps and stuff on your phone in order to achieve a more like sophisticated editing style. So if you guys are struggling with some of the limitations that iMOVIE has, but you don't have, you know, the financial means to upgrade to a better software, definitely go check out that video. I'll have it linked down in the description for you guys. It'll be an unlisted link, so you're not gonna find it on my channel. The only way you can access that video is if you go click that link in the description. If you do have the means to upgrade to Final Cut Pro, I highly recommend doing it. I know that they offer some student discounts, and you can also like purchase a bundle when you upgrade your computer. I know that's what I did. So definitely just do your research before you make any investments. But I also have an entire video about how I edit on Final Cut Pro on my channel, so I'll have that linked down in the description box too. And again, that's a very useful video. I go over thumbnails, where I get my music. There's just a lot of information I think you guys might find useful in there. Okay, and if you're one of those people who doesn't have access to Final Cut Pro or iMOVIE, I know that there are apps and ways to use your phone in order to edit. I unfortunately have 0 experience in that department, so I really can't be the one to give you advice, but I would recommend looking up on YouTube how to edit on your phone or something like that, and I swear a video will come up explaining and giving you a much better tutorial than I ever could. Okay, basic number 4 that I want to cover is gaining subscribers when you're first starting off. When you have 0 subscribers, it's pretty intimidating to post videos and go about your channel. I understand that. I know it's rough. I've been there. I think one of the best things you can do when you're just starting off is to support one another. You know, find other people in your community, reach out to them, leave comments on their videos, tell them how great you think their editing is or the footage or whatever, and just kind of make friends, you know? I'm not saying to be fake and do like shout out for shout out, like follow for follow, anything like that, but if you form a friendship with someone, it makes sense that you guys could, you know, give a little shout out on each other's channels, stuff like that. Another way to get yourself out there when you're just starting off with literally 0 subscribers is to comment on other YouTubers' channels. You'll see people commenting, hey, small YouTuber here, I would appreciate it if you checked me out. And that's totally fine, that's a valid thing to comment, but you see it so often that people are a lot less inclined to click on your comment comment. So something better that you could do is to actually leave a genuine comment about the video. So say something funny, say something relatable, say something inspiring, I don't know, whatever. The specifics don't really matter. What matters is that you're being genuine, and if someone really does relate to your comment, they'll be more likely to click on your channel if you have a good profile picture and go check out some of your videos, hopefully. And the last basic that I want to cover for when you're just starting off your channel is motivation. I know this is like the most cliche thing I could say at this point, but if you're in it for the money or the fame or the clout, just stop now. Like, save yourself some time and don't start the channel, because you're not going to stick to it if you don't really love it and you're not doing it for genuine reasons. So just make sure that if you are thinking about starting a channel or you've already started one, you're doing it for the right reasons. You're doing it because you love making videos or you want to connect with people or whatever else. Up next, I want to talk about how to set up your channel for success. Okay, I have 3 tips for you guys in this category. Number 1 being, know your brand. You definitely want to choose a category for your channel and know your niche before you even start making videos. So are you going to be a lifestyle vlogger? Are you going to make fitness videos? Are you going to make comedy sketches? Beauty guru? College vlogger? That's me. Whatever it is that you're doing, you want to make sure you have a niche and people who are going to actually want to watch those videos, and target everything you do towards that niche. And that brings me to tip number 2, which is have an aesthetic. I hate that word just as much as the next person. It sounds so annoying when you say it out loud. I get it, but it is important to have an aesthetic and stick to it. You can check out on YouTube a bunch of college YouTubers, and every single one of their channels looks different from the outside. The channel banner, the profile picture, the thumbnails, they all have a distinct feel and style to them. And that's important because that's how you differentiate yourself and stand out. Okay, and that brings us to my 3rd tip, which has basically already been said, but it is to have an attractive channel. You want viewers to come to your channel and look at it and be like, wow, this looks awesome. I want to subscribe to her. This looks professional. It looks well done. It looks like she puts effort into her videos. I think that she is worthy of my subscription. So that means you need to have a profile picture that attracts viewers, a channel banner that attracts viewers, and thumbnails that are gonna get you those clicks. So really quickly, we're gonna pop over to voiceover Paige, and she's gonna go over how to do some of the thumbnails. Hey guys, voiceover Paige here. I'm gonna go over the basics of thumbnails really quickly for you guys. A general rule of thumb for thumbnails is that they should usually be bright and colorful. More often than not, if you're given the choice between this or this, you'll click on this one every single time. So here's a quick trick. I like to use an app called Facetune, and there's this little icon on the bottom called Paintbrush, and I like to use it to paint over whatever color I want to be brighter. So oftentimes I use this to whiten the background behind me in a thumbnail, and you can see the difference here. It definitely helps make your thumbnail stand out a bit more, which is always the goal. Another general rule for thumbnails is you want them to be legible. Thumbnails are only effective if a person can actually read what they're trying to say. So if you're looking to add text to your thumbnails, Fonto is a great app to do that. They have plenty of fonts to choose from, and you can always download additional ones from defont.com. I also recommend the app Procreate if you want to add any hand-drawn elements to your thumbnails. This is the app that I use to do all the lettering on my thumbnails. It does cost like $10 or so, but it's totally worth it if this is the aesthetic that you're going for. Lastly, a big tip is to make sure your thumbnails are cohesive. You want all your thumbnails to have a similar style or aesthetic so that subscribers can identify them as yours. I like to add cohesion by using the same filter in every single thumbnail. You can use the app Visco. They have a ton of great filter options to choose from, or you can use presets on an app called Lightroom. That's what I like to do. Just go to Etsy and download a preset that you like, and then you can use it on every thumbnail photo to build up the aesthetic of your channel. So there you guys go. Make sure your thumbnails are bright, legible, and cohesive, and you'll be on the right track for a successful channel. Thank you so much, voiceover Paige. You were just so helpful and wonderful and amazing. Lastly, we're going to be moving into the final category, which is how to actually gain subscribers. I've narrowed it down to my 6 best pieces of advice for how to grow your channel and gain subscribers. And these are all things that I have done and learned along the way through the process of YouTube, so I really think they'll work for you if you give them a try. Number 1 is consistency. Consistency. Usually channels that have some type of posting schedule are just more effective. It makes sense to upload on the same day or days each week, because then your subscribers know when to expect videos and they're gonna be there and show up for them and get excited about them. If you're just posting sporadically throughout the week, or maybe this week but then you skip 2 weeks and then post again on a different day, like, it's gonna be so hard to gain subscribers who are loyal to you and care about you because they don't even know when the video is coming. Like, how do you expect them to keep up with you? So I highly suggest, if you do you have a posting schedule, to put it in your channel banner so when new subscribers come, they can automatically see, oh, okay, this girl posts on Sundays. Cool, I'm gonna be here for that. But the second half of that is you have to actually stick to your posting schedule. The more consistent that you are, the more likely YouTube actually is to recommend your content to people. So creators who are uploading consistently at the same time on the same day every week, that video is more likely to be recommended by YouTube if you're doing it over a long period of time. Definitely be as consistent as possible. It's gonna help you immensely when you're just starting off. Number 2 is to follow trends. So although it sounds kind of superficial, if you follow a trend and kind of get ahead of it, your video might have a chance of going viral. And if it goes viral, that is how you will get more traffic to your channel and definitely start gaining subscribers. So I kind of did this with the testing TikTok foods video. I definitely didn't start that trend, but I was ahead of it. I was on the earlier side of it. So suddenly when it started to blow up, my video was at the front end of it. And even though my channel was already pretty established at the time, I already had a decent amount of subscribers, I saw a huge increase in my subscriber count during that time. If you are noticing trends or the start of trends on YouTube, like maybe you're seeing a few creators upload about Chloe Ting's 2-week ab challenge. If you pick up on that trend and do it before most other people, there's a really good chance that you could get a lot more views than you're used to, especially when you're a small channel, and you could start growing your channel that way. Another piece of advice kind of going along with that is to use celebrities' names in the titles of your video. So if you say like testing Kim Kardashian's diet or something like that, the name Kim Kardashian in the title of your video will most likely help it gain some viewership. I'm not saying this works all the time, but a lot of times YouTube is more likely to recommend it, or people are more likely to click on it because they see a celebrity's name in it. Especially if tea or drama is going down with celebrities at that time. Like, I don't know if you guys remember when the Summer McKeen Hannah Maloche drama dropped. If you put any of those celebrities' names in the title of your video, I guarantee you that video would do much better than a lot of your other videos. Okay, tip number 3, and this one is extremely important, and that is to have a good camera presence. A good presence on camera means to speak loudly and confidently and just show your personality as if you were talking to a real person. You know, you should be having fun when you're filming. It should be like you're talking to one of your best friends rather than a camera. You know, how much of your personality can you translate and get across on camera? No one wants to listen to someone who's shy and awkward, uncomfortable, muttering under their breath the whole time. That's just not it. So I know it can be daunting and kind of difficult in the beginning. My camera presence absolutely sucked when I first started YouTube.
So everyone's setting goals in the new year, and I decided to set the most basic goal that there ever was, to get healthy. So I've actually been going to the gym more in 2019.
Like, yeah, it could not have been any worse. But that's how you get better, guys. Practice is key. I promise you, the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. So just go out there, vlog everything you can. Talk to a camera as much as possible because it just gets easier and easier every time. Okay, tip number 4, and this one's also so important, is to show, don't tell. One of my biggest pet peeves actually is when I'm watching a YouTuber and they're just talking for the entire time. It's a college vlog and they're talking about what they're about to go do instead of actually showing me what the heck they're doing. So you want to try to avoid that pitfall. Definitely take pacing into account when you're making your videos, you know? You want your video to have a little bit of pace. You want it to move along. If you have a long clip of you talking, maybe you want to cut it with a clip of you out vlogging or a clip of you with your friends, anything like that, just to switch up the angles and give your video some interest. This is a technique I use every single time I make a video. When I'm proofreading the video or watching it back to see if it's good, if I notice a time where I'm looking down at my phone or I'm kind of bored or I'm not enjoying what I'm watching, I'm like, bro, if I don't even care about this, then there's no way my subscribers are gonna care about what I'm saying right now. So we're gonna cut out that portion, or we're gonna overlay it with some effects or some other video or something to make it more interesting. So just try to stick to that show don't tell mindset, because the more interesting and engaging that your video is, the longer viewers will watch it. And the longer watch hours that you have will in turn lead to YouTube recommending your video more and, you know, getting more traction and more viewers to your channel. So it all links together, guys. Having interesting videos at the end of the day is super important. Okay, and that brings us right into tip number 5, which is to make quality videos. You could take something as boring and basic as a morning routine and put your own spin on it by showing it from a couple different angles, taking a couple different shots, adding text, adding music, whatever it is, make it your own, put your own spin on it. I promise you guys, if you are putting genuine effort into your videos, subscribers will notice that. They'll be like, hey, this girl actually knows what she's doing. She's editing well and it's entertaining. Maybe I should subscribe to her content. That's just how it works, guys. If you have interesting content and you're putting in the effort, I promise you it will pay off for you. Okay, and lastly, this is tip number 6, the most cliche one there ever was. Be yourself, guys. Show some goddamn personality in your videos. You know, if you crack a joke or say something relatable or just something that resonates with your audience, they're gonna be more likely to subscribe. They're gonna be more likely to be interested in your videos and what you have to say. There's no problem taking inspiration from other YouTubers. Everyone does that. But there's a difference between taking inspiration and just straight up copying them. So make sure you're on the good side of that. But at the end of the day, it's just gonna be obvious if you're trying to be someone who you're not. I mean, I feel like I've always been myself on YouTube, but when I started out, I was a more filtered version of myself. You know, I would try to be like, oh, picture perfect, here's my fall night routine, everything is lovely and dandy. And now I'm more like, what the heck is up, guys? This is what's going on. I'm putting memes in there. I'm like kind of quirky sometimes. And honestly, it's just kind of chaotic, but that's who I am, so it works. So please, just be who you are, and I promise YouTube will love you for it. Whew, that was quite a lot of talking I just did. But okay, guys, that is actually everything that I wanted to cover in this video. I really hope that this was helpful for at least some of you. If you have additional questions on anything, whether it's editing, how I do something specific with my editing, or even a tip for gaining subscribers or growing your channel, comment it down below. I would love to hear it and try to answer it for you guys. I'm gonna try to respond to as many comments as possible for this video because I really want to be there for you guys, because I know starting a YouTube channel sucks. It's difficult, it's intimidating, it's kind of daunting, but you just gotta go for it. You can't worry about how anyone else is gonna think about you because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. So who cares what anyone else thinks? If it's something that you wanna do, go for it. I believe in you. I think you can do it and you're gonna crush it, guys. But okay, I am absolutely exhausted. I'm so tired of hearing myself talk. So I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna end the video. Really quickly, if you wanna follow me on Instagram, you should totally do that. It's a fun time. It's the best decision you'll ever make. Go do that. It's linked in the description box. And that is really it, guys. I love you all so much. I wish you the best of luck if you are starting a channel or you're trying to grow it. And I will see you guys next Sunday in my next video. Mwah.